Hello, my name is Kiana McFadden. I'm a first-year grad student here at LPL, and recently I had the opportunity to travel to a conference, and that is thanks to you all. Thank you so much for allowing me to participate in a conference that has given so much to me in such a short period of time. The conference was held in Houston, Texas, and the conference is entitled, it's a long name, the Gulf Coast Association of Geological Societies, GCAGS, but because of the long acronym, they've rebranded just this year to GeoGulf. And this conference is held along the Gulf Coast, and last year I actually presented some undergrad research, and that is why I went this year to obtain an award for Best Oral Presentation for that research. The conference last year was held in Shreveport, Louisiana. My research is on the Tallahatta Formation, which is a nice outcrop in Meridian, Mississippi. And I want to talk a little bit about if I can get my computer to work. Talk about a little bit about my research. My undergrad advisor was Dr. Izzat Haidari. So this outcrop occurred along Interstate 20 between Jackson, Mississippi and Meridian, Mississippi. And I went to school at Jackson State University, which is in Jackson, Mississippi. And this is just the picture of the actual outcrop, sectioned off with lithofacies 1 and lithofacies 2, and the red dots indicate where samples were taken. And this is where samples were processed in my advisor's lab. So here, just taking a closer look at lithofacies 1, you can see that there was an alternation of soft layers and hard layers. So I would like to now look at the petrology of lithofacies 1. So here you can see under thin section that this was this contained quartz silt and glass spherules, and under birefringent you can see that this was glass. Just another checkpoint. Lithofacies 2, you can see is not as white as this rock. It's more of a reddish color on the outside, but in the inside it's still the same rock. Still white rock. And lithofacies 2 under thin section, you have more of the volcanic glass taking space, mixed with pieces of quartz silt. So quick overview, I'm going to go straight to the conclusions. So the conclusions of the depositional environment, that these clusters were fine-grained with siltstone and clay-sized ash layers, and that there are no cross-bedding or ripple marks to indicate a current of any sort. And for 30 miles, we saw that there were still absences of features suggestive of a river channel, and that bioturbation, though, was present in both lithofacies 1 and 2. The second conclusion is that in both lithofacies under thin section, you can determine that ash was very prevalent. And so during the formation of these lithofacies, volcanism had to be very dominant. So the question is, where did this ash come from? It is thought from the western United States, with the initiation of the basin and range extension, that this generated enough volcanic activity to produce the amount of ash that we see in the Tallahatta Formation. And the last conclusion is rhythmic sedimentation. As you can see, just beautiful carbon copies of lithofacies 1 and lithofacies 2. So it was regular volcanic activity with different climate activity that affected or deposited these layers in such a nice cyclical pattern. Thank you for listening to my very quick overview of my research, and again, thank you so much for allowing me to attend this conference. I am so grateful.